Hello, hello. Welcome back. We are back for some more Shadowrun Returns. Starting a little later than usual, so let's just get into it. We were underneath the Seamstresses Union. We talked to everyone inside, but we didn't talk to Coyote. That's where we're going. That's what we're doing. Press F to cycle through all available somethings. Hey Coyote, what's going on? Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. She's got still got the scar. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline has worn off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Doc Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota said will have me working it off for the rest of my life. You look like you've got something on your mind. Ask some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts. Sam Watts, what about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck, Sam. I can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember about that night? It was a pretty average night. Regular cloud, as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage? Yeah, you know him? Yeah. Yeah. Did we know that already? I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few, well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing him back, but good. Eventually he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around, can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out the back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. You said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? Standard Sam Drek, how he grew up rich and didn't deserve this, how he hated his mother, how he loved his mother. It's pretty pathetic stuff. Tell me about Sam. You liked him? I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. Do you guys jam? No one else seemed to... Yeah, you know, me too. You're friends? Yeah, that's why I'm here. Got it. Then you know. He was a charmer, wasn't he? I guess I knew him the best of everyone here. Sorry he's gone. Sam gonna be enemies? Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. Where do you live? Asks the friend. On the streets, mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so we could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad, but Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro, whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try and forget about it. Sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. You could just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. It had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. Okay, so are these people who had organs replaced? Like, did Sam have his liver replaced? Because that other woman had her eyes replaced, and then she was killed. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks. Now I need you two to do something for me. What? Excuse me, I saved your life. What do you need, babe? Sorry, I'm constantly clearing my throat. I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale run. He's usually upstairs. I didn't see him. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at it when I recover. I mean, I got the gems. Okay. Investigate Sam's bunk. He's going upstairs. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillow, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Okay, what is it? The picture is of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock on the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tight around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Is this Sam's twin sister? It's Jessica. Written in a woman's hands are the words Sam and Jessica, Lake Sammamish State Park, summer 2040. Okay. Did you take Jessica's liver? Hold on. Actually, let's go back down there. Maybe we can ask Coyote about it. You think she'll know anything? Did Sam have a sister? Yeah, I think he did. He mentioned her once. It didn't sound like they got along that well. Your comlink chips, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer, what a pleasure to hear from you. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB investigation facility down on the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I gotta go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before something bad happened. Worse than getting my arms torn off, and Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Thanks, I appreciate the help. Okay. Hello, Lorelei, how are you? What did we think of State of Play? I wouldn't know. I would not know, because I did not watch State of Play. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shotty on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. He's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. You might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? I watch it while eating dinner. Was there anything of note? Are they adding controller support? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote's late, and my client is getting anxious. Where is she? Tomb Raider remake delayed. Sag. What remake? Didn't they already remake 1, 2, and 3? I was actually thinking of playing those on stream because I own the remakes. So which Tomb Raider is being remade? Excuse me. She's downstairs in the med bay. Got her arm torn off on the job. No kidding. Huh. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So are you two. Graves. He's Paco. Great. We're all introduced. Now, give me my stones. Apparently one of these stones has a rune on it? Hold back the best stone and give him the rest. Hold back the pebble with the runes on it and give him the rest. Or give him all of them. The very first one is getting like a full-on remake called Legacy of Atlantis. Isn't that the name of the DLC for the first game? I'm so confused because the first game was already remade. So they're remaking it again. Why would they need to remake a remake? Like, what the fuck's the point? I mean, I can understand because I'm pretty sure the remake was just like they cleaned up the graphics. Like that was it. It's just the same exact game, but with like graphics. Weird. I guess I'm gonna screw this guy because he's a jerk. Hold back the pebble with the runes on it and give him the rest. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appears to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he can't find what he's looking for. He glares at you furious and throws the rest of the gems in your face. It's not here. What? He exhales and slowly wags his head as he speaks. Let me explain the way the world works to you. I hire someone to do a job, they do it, then they get paid, and we part happy. Now you have something that I paid Coyote to get for me. That makes it mine. So you give me the pebble, and we won't make any more work for Johnny Clean. One of the devs, it's to canonify the two different timelines. Apparently, Tomb Raider Anniversary gave Laura some new backstory or something that didn't mesh with the OG. I mean, I've literally only ever played the original for the PlayStation 1. That's the only one I've ever played. But I actually own like 6 of them. I got them for some deal and I never played them. So that's interesting. That's the only one you like, yeah. Maybe if you told me more about the pebble, it might jog my memory. I'm smart enough not to ask my clients why they want what they want. I just arrange for them to get it, and I'll hand it over. I don't even have an option to be a dick. I want to be more of a dick to this guy. Coyote may not have told you, but the penalty for being late with the delivery was no payment. He says after I give him. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the gems I threw in your damn face. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in, smiles to himself. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. This guy's an ass. Looks like you impressed him. I know a fence for those gems. Oh yeah, I know where he is too. Okay. I also heard there was a remake of Baldur's Gate 2, which sounds weird if it also doesn't include Baldur's Gate 1, because Baldur's Gate 2 is literally a direct sequel to Baldur's Gate 1. Plus, again, they already kind of, I guess they didn't remaster. They added, Beamdog came in for the first 2 games and added like new companions and new DLC. And that wasn't even that long ago. That was probably like 8 or 9 years ago, you know, recently. Wasn't shown? I see. Alright, Van Gross is fiddling with his cyber eye while noodling on his PDA. You're back, still busy. What's your story? Oh, I got the Riz now. I can see you're a busy man. That's right, and so I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come in possession of these rare stones. Rare stones, huh? Let's see those rare stones. You hear these servos in Van Gross's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this, Drek? A gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for him. I thought you said you were a busy man. I am. Then why are you wasting our time with this little dance? 1,500 and it's done. What was he giving me before? Only things I cared about were Tomb Raider Remake and the new Gears of War. I remember playing Gears of War with a friend. Oh, God of War. Okay, I was remember playing. I never played Gears of War, but I also actually never played God of War at all. Never played God of War. Also, hold on. What is going on with my OBS? I'll think about it. Suit yourself. 1,500 bucks. That's a lot of money. That is. We actually can't see how much money we have, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, there it is. We have 80 bucks to our name. 80 bucks. Look at all these games you're telling me I can request now. I mean, there's a lot of games I just haven't played. You ready to unload those stones? Yeah. 1,500 bucks. take it. We will take it. All right, I love this lovely orc behind the counter here. She is quite fetching, if I do say so myself. As are we in our ninja gear. Okay, well, I guess we leave now. I don't really know if I want Paco with me. But we got Paco. The South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with this latest victim. Left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle's your typical industrial area. Grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets, repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on a small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gates. Just a half of a plane. Streetwalker. How you doing? Hey, you looking for a good time? Know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. The bums have been stealing stuff from this place. I like how they actually, like, they don't allow you to go here, but they still have, like, detailed models and stuff behind these gates. Is there anything over here? That's where we came in. Save. Hey, what's up, buddy? Halt. I've got etiquette with security. The guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot someone or something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Officer Garrett called me in. Needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security or if they were let in. Oh, of course. I'll open the gate. Garrett is just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. We can't talk to him anymore. That's cool looking. So it seems like all of the murders that have taken place here have been from people who've replaced their organs. And so this murderer is ripping out the organs of people that have gotten different organs. A phosphorus grenade, sure. And a concussion grenade. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've already spotted this pattern, but I wonder if this is going to be the same thing. I mean, it's interesting to let you go back here, but again, there's actually nothing here. Maybe there will be later. Cannot save while in action. It can't be moving. Okay. That's weird that it was this entire area was nothing there. The warehouse. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Hey, Melkor, how are you? By the way, I didn't mention this, but I will not be around on Friday because I'm going to a charity softball game with my mother. And so Let me think. The first pitch is 7 p.m. So it's only a charity softball game. They don't play like a full 9 innings, and it's not competitive. But I probably still wouldn't get home until like 9 p.m. at the earliest. I mean, I'll be around, but I definitely won't be streaming. And if I am gonna be around, I'm not gonna be around until late. With the one caveat being that I think there is a good chance it's supposed to storm here on Friday. In which case, that game may be just canceled, or I don't know what's gonna happen. You have to work 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Saturday. Yikes. Did you get a second job? I didn't think you worked that late. Or am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy. Or that early, I suppose. Speak with the sergeant. Oh shit, that guy's here. Jerkhole's here. Alright, let's talk to the officer first. Took your sweet time, didn't you? I thought we'd agree to work together on this. If by work together on this, you mean I take your money and supply you with information, yeah, let's just do this. After we spoke, I did some digging, trying to get ahead of McCluskey on this one. Isn't that literally McCluskey right there? No, that's not. Is it? Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see it for yourself. This is just a different murder. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. We operate on the weekends. It's just only one staff member that works. In this case, because our overnight shift lost 3 people in the course of 3 months. Yikes. They're super short staff, so the other shifts all signed up for different overnight hours to help out. That's crazy. The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The VIC, they really need to short victim to VIC. The VIC was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer, and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Spilling corpse secrets, not the wisest career choice. Nope. Warehouse office key. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his corp master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out yourself if you want. So this isn't anything to do with the Ripper. Oh. A bit weird because, to be honest, my job is a pretty good job. One gal left because she had a kid, which is understandable. The other two are basically leaving just because they don't want to work overnight. That's crazy. Shannon Halfsky. Who the heck are you? Let's talk to Dresden. What are you doing here? Are you just like the coroner for every single place now? Graves, surprised to see you here. Let me guess. Officer Garrett tipped you off? Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did at any rate. Anyway, surprise! We got another Ripper victim on our hands. I mean, he said no, but you say yes. Government, yeah, dropping a job at all, but especially one secure like that seems kind of crazy. So what's the story with this one? The victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. Yeah, it sounds like they're taking different trophies from each item. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants. Okay, that was our theory. That was our theory that Whoever this murderer is taking back organs from people who had their organs replaced. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplant relatively easy, but is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. Is it? This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find that more of the victims has organ transplants, I'll let you know. I do know that. Can I not tell you? Can't I tell you right now who they are and what happened? How's the officer doing on the case? He seems like a real go-getter. Gary would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold Met detective's shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think a Gare's officer salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Is McCluskey any closer? McCluskey couldn't find his ass with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. There's the woman over there. No clue. She just showed up. Next to kin, I think. Shannon Half-Sky. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I've asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like one who has found herself lost for the first time in her life. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. Your shaman? Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. I can tell you're used to shouldering a heavy burden, but maybe there's an easier way. She looks at you, the flattery largely failing to affect her given the circumstances, but then inspiration dispels the dark cloud surrounding her. Perhaps my brother's spirit is too weak, that's a given. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are other spirits who may be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. And I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them? Of course. I'm down for breaking laws. Okay, can I get in? This says locked. Okay, that one's open, this one's open. You don't need to go right now. Oh, it's a toilet. A urinal. I see. I can't go in here. That's that door, though. Is this guy gonna stop me? There's a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Okay, we'll dig through it. Sorting through the shoes, you realize that there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. A left blue sneaker, a right red high heel pump, and a left black dress shoe. Okay? The black lace up with a rubber sole. The pump is a department store knockoff of an Italian brand. The sneaker is a child's and has musty, sweaty smell. Oddly, you get a sort of shock, as if from static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the shoe. Okay. don't know. It's hard to say whether this heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Earring? The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear watches over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items that Shadow was looking for, okay? Dented lunchbox? Okay. Pred stick. 200 bucks. Easy. Alright, well, we got 2 items already. You think we would get more if we found more? Also, can I get into this other room? Doesn't look like it. And this is locked. But no way to get in there unless this connects up with that. Save. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, here they are. Your hand touches you hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they are filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to. The hell is this? McCluskey, fuck off. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene officer, not some Salish drum circle. Watch your tone, she's in mourning. Fuck this guy. You know what, we'll say that's her brother, makes it her business. No, that's a corpse, which makes it my business. This fucking guy. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I regret. Otherwise, or worse, something I'd enjoy. Wait, I didn't get to go into this other area. And now I'm locked out. Fucking McCluskey, hold on. Did I save? We reload this? I kind of want to, you know, cheese it a little bit. Also, hello, Hunter, how are you? Like, I got my items, but I didn't even get to check this out at all. This appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside, you see several of the dead man's personal items. Toothbrush? Still wet from being used? That's not that long ago. This appears to be the victim's locker. Okay, inspect the comb. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your head, the hair on the back of your hand stands on end. And when you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest. Hard. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Okay, that's good. We got... So she can read from that, too. The researcher's work cyber terminal has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigators. Read the case file. Corporate owner Ares. The plane had several mechanical issues resulting in mayday. The altimeter was reading in the negative values. Does that mean it was descending? Right? Altimeter is literally the altitude meter. Co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. The pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. The co-pilot radios intimated the plane crashed into empty field. Where'd the pilot go? Okay. Redacted, redacted. Nice. The file's been corrupted. Read the researcher's private notes. Incriminating data. The notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB case file number 96, the crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS and Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download it into your PDA. Nice. I'm gonna save again. I don't want that asshole to interrupt us. If this was a core pit, why'd they leave the evidence on the computer? Good catch. That information's probably worth a fortune if you found a buyer. Okay. Thanks. I don't know why this is still locked and I have no way to go in any further. Hey, Shannon. Here you go. The hell's this? This fucking guy. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Alright, well, I've got a lot of karma to spend once again. Let's level up some things. Let's level up some things. Want to level up our Riz anymore? I don't think we're ever going to use this Conjuring. It seems like we wasted our time with this Conjuring bit. Maybe Fireberry is good. I have no idea. Hellstorm Barrier sounds cool. We get another Etiquette at level 8. And I do like dialogue options. Can't increase. Let's level up this. Overwatch. We get to play Overwatch now. Oh, I need to level up this first, right? Now we get Overwatch. I don't know what that does, but we have it. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. But there's no help in it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. Not looking good now. Do you have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? If it means your brother's killer doesn't take another life, then yes. Thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. And I'm going to go on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. You could say that. Good. 4,000 bucks. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled new yen from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. All right. Breaking and entering. So, ooh. Okay, so that's how we get into the other places at nighttime. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. I like her. She's sassy and rich, right? Coyote looks tense. Oi, Graves, you in the middle of something? No problem. What do you need? Backup. Her jaw sets. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. Yeah, I remember. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guy. Bad guys. They hooked him on high amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL Labs ever since trying to find him. You're on a crusade. Maybe. That's what Mrs. Kubota calls it. Her face lights up. She's running hot. Has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. I think we can't take the job, Coyote. You're asking me for some personal vendetta that you're doing, and that's not why I'm here. I'm here for this investigation. Also, this woman gave me $4,000 to help find her dead brother's killer. So I'm working on the Ripper thing. I can't get distracted. I get it. You gotta focus. Pauk and I will handle it. I've done this before. All right, they're dead. Those two are 100% dead. Looking for trouble. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case the dreck hits the fan. The Seamstresses Union will have exactly what you need, a fixer. Finding this necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth the money. It's their job to have the contacts and know who's good at what. They'll put together the team you need. Magical support, skilled street samurai for muscle, or a Nova Hot Decker for matrix work. Running the shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunners you can. You can also get rich by just not hiring anyone, right? Just take the money. Okay, John Bartlett. It's Cherry Bomb. Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, Graves, there's a woman looking for you. Jessica something. Okay, that's Sam's twin sister. She's waiting for you by the stage. Bellevue type. Wouldn't order anything. Won't touch anything. I think she's afraid of disease or something. Yeah, because he was rich. Thanks, Jerry. No charge, chummer. That guy still bothering you? You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been in since last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird, he was so persistent. I guess he finally got the message. Maybe he'll find someone at the Universal Brotherhood of his and settle down. Why's the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon. Just a few salarymen slumping Touristville and hoping to talk to Madam Sinful and some die-hard regulars. Madam Sinful? That's what the downtown folk call Mrs. Kubota. It's a Touristville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. So who's around? I just got in, but I think Coyote's cleaning the back bar. Mr. Delilah is hanging out in his usual place. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me. Oh, and Bartlett's here. I don't think you've met him yet. Who's Bartlett? It's literally the guy right there. John Bartlett. Big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz, connected. You might want to meet him. All right, thanks. Have fun. Full of life, with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey guy, what's shaking? A little this, a little that. I hear that, Omae. What are you, also Japanese? Omae? You? I might have something for you if you got the money. Time is money, I'm listening. You ever heard of the Nephilim Network? Of course you have. An in-the-know guy like you has to have heard of the premier merc team out there. Of course I have. Then you know you can hire us to run with you when you need expert help. Not just any tube calling himself a runner. We cost more, but we're worth it. Okay, thanks for that, I guess. I'm very busy. You show me something worth my time or walk away. Oh yeah. Data from the NTSB. Renraka would pay to keep quiet, and Ares would pay to know what it is. I got $800 for something like that. I know you'll double dip on this one. Make it 1,000. As long as you keep bringing in stuff like this, sure. I'm glad we got that the etiquette. Okay, there's Jessica. Let's talk to you last. I'm gonna talk to other people first. Oh, we've got like 2 main quests right now? Hold on, what? Talk to the fixer about hiring runners. Talk to Jessica. Do we have to do them in a certain order? Or is this a one or the other option? What's up, my man? Glad to see you well, Graves. Holding down the fort? As always, though people are more on edge than usual. Word got around that latest Ripper killing and people aren't feeling safe. And when people feel unsafe, they either go to ground or they huddle up. You noticed how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squats, holed up in places like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here. I got it covered. All I ever needed was one. Later, bud. Later. This guy's a real bro. I like him. Let's talk to you first. If you're talking to me, there is business to transact, am I right? Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. This is correct. You are a smart guy. What can I do for you, smart guy? I need to put a crew together. You got scratch, or you planning to pay me out of your earnings? I can pay the runners up front. Come see me when your business is in the union is resolved, and we'll see about putting together a team. Okay. Talk to Jessica, I guess. What the game wants. Why does this look like her? Am I crazy? I'm a little crazy. This is clearly like an elf. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica is from a different world. The opposite of Sam in almost every way. Her suit is tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Ms. Watts? Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it's clear she is well outside her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? Graves. I'm looking into your brother's death. You know, I have to say I'm a friend of his. My friends call me Graves, and I counted Sam among them. That's funny. I didn't think Sam had any friends. Quality over quantity, I suppose. I'm sorry. It's just that it doesn't match the picture of Sam I've had in my head all these years. She shakes free from the thought and attempts a lukewarm smile. So you're the one, then? The one I was called about? The woman who calls herself Coyote contacted me this morning to inform me that my brother was dead, and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. Why did we know that she called her? We knew that they weren't close, so I'm not going to skip the niceties. Sam didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered. She briefly casts her eyes skyward, then gives a small shake of her head. I wish I could say it's a shock, but given the circles he ran in, Sam hadn't run in the shadows in years. If you say so, but even so, look at this place, these people, and you. She then furrows her brows, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? I'm getting that a lot lately, but no. By the look on her face, she's clearly struggling with this. I'll be honest, I would just as soon put this all behind me, and the fastest way to do that is through proper channels. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this? I am a professional. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. First, Sam was my friend, and second, I'm being paid for my trouble. She seems genuinely surprised. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put the money. Who is it? I don't know if we can trust her. Actually, Sam himself hired me. I don't understand. He set it up all before his death as a contingency. Am I to believe that my drunken sot of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boardroom mask drops momentarily, and in a sigh, she reveals a brief glimpse of real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself, and in a breath, the mask is back in place. Listen to me, Graves. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year. Oh, that's right. Wait a second. Is the liver that Sam got his mother's liver? Sam was Sam. You know, I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. I would love nothing more than to give you closure and quickly. I appreciate that, but I think I'd prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. It's awfully suspicious, don't you think? You just want me to drop it. That's not going to happen. Your brother had my back when I needed him. I can't walk away from this. Are we talking about the same man? My brother was worthless, Graves. Worthless. He used people. He... Never mind. I can see that you are not going to let this go, and I respect that you are honoring my brother's memory in your own way, but I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes from a reluctant to helpful in the span of a single meditative breath. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me? When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages, I can't even remember. There was a note on Sam's body, sounded like an apology, and offered to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed, Jessica. I wrote many such notes in the beginning, but I haven't made such an effort in a long time now. I don't know why you would have kept that. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you that I was at a fundraiser all evening, a very crowded fundraiser. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know of any others. You would likely know better than me. Were you and your brother close? I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? You don't sound sad that he's gone. I mourned losing Sam long before he died. All right, I'll show the picture. Jessica takes the photo from you guardedly, as if it might sting her. But that guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe he kept this. It was one of the few possessions he had. She studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then, after our father died, things began to change, and we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives. But after, everything got mixed up. We can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then steels herself to tell the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did. But he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he had spent every dime of her father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mom working 2-3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally, I decided to leave. She holds the photo forward, one part of her ready to relinquish it along with the past, another looking to hold on to both. May I keep this? Yeah, please do. Thank you. Where were you living before you moved back here? Cal-free. California, but free? What brought you down there? There. It was less of what brought me there than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. Did you? Actually, yes. While I was there, I developed a whole new outlook on life. A vision for what the world could become, and I came back here to help make it happen. Alright, tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed herself for Sam and me. But she turned a blind eye to what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. I couldn't watch her do it anymore, so I moved out. After I left, we drifted farther and farther apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. All right, thank you. Before I go, you should know that I'm reinterring my mother's body tomorrow. And I'm arranging to have Sam buried with her. The funeral's tomorrow at Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. I mean, I don't want to promise anything because things might happen. Thanks. Goodbye, Graves. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Alright, put a crew together. Can have that runner crew on site as soon as you got the money. Yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's see him. Okay. So we have you, and we can add 2 more. Ben's the Willow. Lutera, Holly Won't. Cardal in all uppercase. Elon Mar, Gallowglass, Sonia Krieger, Merska, Iselka Toyun, Deathside, Tames the Air, and last but not least, Bosnia Bomb. Or there's the Nephilim Network? What is this? Huh? Why are there 2 tabs? Human adept. I mean, I don't know what we need. Like, do you heal? We should take a Decker with us, even though I kind of do that. I'm not very good at it. I don't know what a rigger. Riggers drones? This guy uses a machete. Troll samurai. But you use guns. We were given $4,000 for this. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll just go with the cheapest people. Ollie won't. She's worse than I am at decking. Maybe we don't need a decker. Probably don't need another shaman. Alright, we'll bring Deathsai, because first of all, that's an amazing name. Second of all, you're a troll. That's cool. What is your... Yeah, you got decking 2. I also have decking 2, right? So, like, I have decking 3. So you're not... We don't need a decker. Do we want a mage? What would bringing a mage be useful for? I don't know. We spent $1,200 on you. Let's just get 2 samurai. Perfect. Return to the docks. You return to the docks to meet Shannon Halfsky. Although the Ripper's latest victim was her brother, but Shannon appears cool and professional, a consummate runner by birth, if not by trade. I don't think that although makes sense there. Anyway, she'll get the job done, and hopefully one of the hearth spirits in this place can point you towards the Ripper. Dealing with spirits can be tricky business, but when they deliver, it's pure platinum. One doesn't have to be an Amerindian shaman to summon and control spirits. Anyone with magical talent can do it, but Shannon seems to have a particular connection to the spirit world. As you approach the gate, you know something's not right. The docks, already strange and uncomfortable at night, trigger the need for caution. Then you see it. The guards are missing, and the gate's been smashed in. Oh, great. Great. We need to give you guys equipment. We just have extra grenades and med kits. We'll give you a grenade because you don't have a grenade yet. Everyone else has a grenade. Med kit, med kit. What is this? A spell. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe we didn't even need to bring all these people. Open the karma screen. The game really wants me to spend my points. I think I'm fine. I need to spend my points on anything. Well, time you showed up. Looks like we weren't the only ones who wanted to take advantage of the situation. A bunch of mercs have locked down the area. I don't think they're here for us, though. My guess is there's something worth a bit of coin left in that warehouse. Shouldn't be much of a problem. Well, it was for Lone Star. They're all dead. Hope you're a better shot than they are. Okay, well. Definitely aren't sneaking. Yeah, there's that guy there. Think we can, like, talk our way in? Huh? You there! This block is off limits. We've got a gas leak on the docks here. No loitering. This guy doesn't look like one of the hired mercs. Hey, are you even listening? Get out of here. Really, guy? They aren't paying you enough, especially not once Lone Star sends a response team. Frag, I knew she was lying. Told me they jammed all the Lone Star channels. Damn it, I'm out. Okay, we intimidated this guy to leave. I guess it's nice because we got one less person to fight. Will there be anything different in any of these places? There are guys with guns back here. Fan out and secure the area. Oh. So much for that. Not enough AP. Wait, why do I only have 1 AP? You missed. That guy's dead. Rip that guy. Can't shoot you from here. That's annoying. That's annoying. Okay, well, don't shoot Graves, even though he's clearly the target to shoot. Okay, another guy's over here. Sick shot. Wish you could tell if there was line of sight from the area that you're about to go to. Apparently you can't shoot anyone from back there at all. That guy's dead. So wait, we can loot in the middle of combat. We got the key to the warehouse. Oh, there's a guy there. I see him now. I don't have cover there, apparently. I'm out of bullets. I think. Okay. You didn't like that. Nice shot. Go here. Nice. None of us took any damage. Even better. confirming there's nothing else back here. Nope. Level anything else up? We should level dodge before we level up anything else. Alright, in we go. Spirit talk. You head inside the darkened warehouse with Shannon. Her eyes have that far-off gaze associated with looking into the astral plane. When the world changed, the Native American tribes made a resurgence as well, demanding a place in the New World, and they got it. The Salish Shide Council now represents 8.6 million Amerindians across a multitude of tribes: Salish, Makah, Sinsarak, and others. I only know one of them, the first one, Salish. I've heard of them. They've adapted to the awakening better than other nations, thanks to a deeper connection to the world, both physical and spiritual. You can see that connection alive in Shannon now. You notice the shift in her focus as she returns to the present. She nods to you. She can sense the spirit in this place. Now you just need to find them. Find that data or dead meat. I wonder if they're trying to find the data that we already took. We're just gonna shoot these guys immediately? Okay, we weren't in combat, but now we are. Nice shot. Okay. I don't know why you can't use your gun. You can only use a machete. That sucks. Ow. Okay. I should probably take cover. But all the cover is taken. So let's do this. We're gonna have you go in and just like kill this guy. That did not kill him. That is unfortunate. Yeah, this guy's got 1 billion health. You're dead now. What if there's friendly fire in this game? Oh, I didn't even see this here. There's cover there. We missed the 82% chance. Whew, good thing we're leveling up our dodge. Ooh, that's a... Okay, shotgun guy needs to die. Shotgun guy needs to die. You're dead. Why was that a weak shot? I don't understand. That guy's still alive. That's annoying. 10 damage, -1 AP. Interesting. Can you only use this once a turn? No. damage. Do you have a healing spell? Do not. Why are we still in combat? I can't go in there still. Maybe we have to go in here? Anyone home? There's one guy in here. Okay. And now we can go in there. Oh, there's two guys in there. Ooh, that hurts. Three guys. Okay, here they all come. Just need to start running in here. Okay. Okay, shotgun guy needs to die. Missed one of those shots though. Get up in here and slice him. Oh, he didn't die from that? Shotgun to the face is gonna hurt. But he didn't actually shoot the guy point blank with the shotgun. What? You missed the 82%? You missed! Alright, I think we have to move up. Move here. Shoot this guy. Did that miss? Because it didn't say miss. Okay. Mission completed. Keep Shannon alive. Ares flight recorder. Alright, Shannon, before we talk to you, do you mind if I just go check to see what's going on in here? Like if there's any more baddies we can murder? Or not. Nothing new here. Were we in here last time? I don't think we were in this back room either, were we? No, this is all there. Would this have been like an alternate entrance had we decided to sneak? Alright, Shannon. I will now summon the spirit. Oh. Forgotten souls. That's creepy. The air grows cold, and the spirits of dead children coalesce from the vapor of your breath. Their cherubic faces are burned, and their lips quiver as if they are about to cry. But their eyes are round and vacant, and they glare at you now, unblinking. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke, as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. Okay, the magical fetish. We no longer see the world of Flesh Seeker, only the essence and auras of living things. Words, though, words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night, this place was filled with a scream that went on and on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died. And so we came to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned the man's remains. This spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. When the other had gone and we returned to our vigil, we found two creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology and able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. Okay. That's the victim, right? Or am I... No? The second we knew to be a troll. That's our suspect. The Ripper is a troll, we suspect. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of the man whose sister now chants to us for justice. Okay, so there's two murderers. So the troll is a surgeon that doesn't have any of his own innards, which would be like a reason why he hates people who have others. I don't know, but I don't know if we know who the elf is, do we? Actually, we did meet that suspicious elf. We met the suspicious elf at the murder scene with the lady's eyes missing. The elf, his essence remains in this place, where the man died. Something has been left behind. A small part of him, perhaps. Through us you shall bear witness and hear the words of the elf and troll. Prepare yourself. I'm hearing their words. Your stomach lurches as the spirit passes into you, a heavy presence settling somewhere but deep within you, your soul. You simultaneously feel your driver and passenger. Feel like driver and passenger as time folds in on itself, and you experience the moment after the murder that took place here the night before. You don't so much as see the elf and the troll as feel them. Meticulous elf. Yeah, that's the same guy. You idiot. There's no need to anesthetize him. He's already dead. Sorry, doctor. I usually put them out before you go to work on them at the hospital. Did this one volunteer too? Huh. Interesting. He lets out a little giggle. Yes, they all volunteer. Just like I volunteered for this bit of butchery. Our presence grows weary. Can you tell us any more? The spirits begin to fade, all but the one. Its eyes harden and it takes full measure of you, as if to commit everything about you to memory. No, we must not stay. With the spirits gone, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical tether connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They were with him when he died. All right? She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first few. No, but I will be. I don't want that for him. Not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. He will be once we find his killer. Yes, the elf and the troll. We have to find that piece of the elf the spirit spoke of. It's our best hope to stopping this. And they left it back at his body, I'm guessing, right? Back here, maybe? So this elf and troll are working together. Elf is a doctor. I really feel like we wasted our money bringing all this big crew that we definitely didn't need. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. The piece of my brother's killer. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from far. Perhaps she can. Can you track him with that? I can, given enough time. But I'm still feeling quite drained. I'll need to rest before I can try anything so involved. When I'm able, I'll commune with Bear, consult the spirits, and do what must be done. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. Yeah, I have some friends who might be able to help. Good. Let me know if you learn anything about this elf and troll pair. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes. For my brother. There's no one else I'd rather have at my side. I don't know. I don't think she was that useful. That sucks. Again, we didn't need to hire these guys, I don't think. Or maybe we could have hired just the one. After hours. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. Soy calf. What a name. Okay, what's going on? Evening, sir. Evening? This morning, isn't it? What's the riddle in town, Mr. Cluey? There's been more talk of the Ripper killings. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. There's more to it than just that. My thoughts exactly. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock, you're more than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime, though, and that should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Cluey. But he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business, sir. Ohio, would you like some... Forgive me. You look like hell. I've been working. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. So I've been told, or no, I agree. Good to be back in one piece. It is good to have you back. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Yeah, I found some DNA evidence and need help analyzing it. That is excellent. I will unlock the piano, so you may go downstairs. I am certain someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It is likely that you will visit the Matrix before the day is done. Have a sausage? Take the whole plate. Nice. I didn't get a sausage added to my inventory. Game-breaking bug. The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix. The cybernetic analog of Inside the Grid, the worldwide computer network. A digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black IC that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked, if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out, and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, and you can die. About to jack into the Matrix. David Fry II. Well, that's where we jack in. Do I need to upgrade anything, David? You look like you've been up all night. Like you've been seeing some action too. Can either of you do a DNA analysis of a blood sample? Knockcastle's equipment isn't really set up for that. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want me to know about it? The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you can get me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via a Matrix run. Will do. Let me have the DNA once to test. Okay. Graves, when David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Thanks. If this works, we may find the Emerald City Ripper. No shit. He turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. We've got work to do. And Graves, if you need the gear, I'll be right here. I just got a second win. Meet you at my rig. Okay. Do I need anything? I don't think I can get anything more. Like, what I have installed is the best. Creates an assassin expert systems program. These are consumables that you use inside the Matrix. We'll get a shielder and an attacker. I have no idea. I have no idea. Do I have to equip it? Doesn't look like I equip it. I don't understand how this works. That was $1,000 we just spent, though. Hey, bud. Hoping to find some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? I've got a flight recorder. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I could grade you for 20%. I don't have the corporate etiquette. Think about it. How many points can I spend on etiquette? Not enough. Like, that's too... Ooh, actually, maybe. Actually, maybe. This requires 15 points, yeah? Corporate. This does not seem worth all these points. For like a couple $100. I know what I have. Make it 2,500. It's yours. Shrewd? Alright, I'll do you a favor. That was not worth $500, but that's fine. We're in for it. Johnny Clean. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He's utilizing an unproven technique he read about in a science journal, and he was working for memory on minimum sleep. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. Yes, maybe we can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Here's what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They won't. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get you into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it can get a little rough. How much decking experience you got? You know I've been around the Matrix before. Great, I'll come with, just in case any IC decides to crash our party. My character has a lot. Why are we in combat mode? Okay. This is where we choose which programs to bring with us. That goes here. Okay. Why do I have to click and drag? Hold on. I can't unequip them. Clear all. I want to put them in a certain order. I want single target, AoE, and then heal. Like that. Could I have had one? I could have had one more program. Hold on. Can I go buy one more program because I'm in tactical mode for whatever reason? This is stupid. Don't know why we're in tactical mode. I can do one more program. Wait, we can also get the upgrades of the ones we have. Because these are all level 1s. So level 2. AoE. A level 2 killer. Do they have a level 2 medic? They do. Okay, and then we can get one more. Additional damage for incoming attacks for 3 rounds. This is a debuff you put on someone. Okay, but I want to sell you my old stuff. Did I do that? It looks like I did. I do not understand why we're in combat mode right now. Save. Okay, so now I want to bring single target AoE heal. Shield. Welcome to the Matrix. Oh, apparently you also need to jack in. And I don't get to choose what you bring. That's fine. We're in. Jacked in. Renraku crowd. This is literally the Mega Man game that we've been playing. So why are we in tactical mode though? I don't get it. Okay, that's a teleporter. Lone Star Data Store. That's where we're going. This is literally just combat, but in the Matrix. Okay. So, what is all this? minus 100 AP damage. We missed 77%. And he's all up a cooldown. What do you do? Also, what is this? I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's dead. Apparently, I need to like move up. Where can I move to? What if we just move in point blank? Okay, you're dead. Ow! Rude. Heal ourselves. That. Okay, I was it didn't actually heal. Now it did. Okay. DNA match located, 100% match, arrest records database. We didn't go to any of the other locations, so this might be a terrible idea, but also, should we really mess around in the Matrix? Who knows? Subject, Silas Forsberg, status deceased. Chop shop surgical assistant. Really? Breaking and entering 2 counts. Public indecency 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. Deceased. Interesting. I really don't like being in combat mode all of the time. Ruh-roh. Newsnet archive. They're flanking. Buff ourselves. You missed after we buffed ourselves. Can we buff ourselves more than once? Yes. Don't know if it hit or not. Vulnerable, all incoming damage plus 25%. Or plus 25. Okay. Newsnet. Return on subject. Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body a massive puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life, as is far too common here in this brawl. Really? I mean, I think we should go to whatever's in the last place, personally. Obviously, we gotta keep checking things out. Got more hits. Is that there? Autopsy records. There's a bad thing way over there. We don't see anything here, though. Data control. We already actually have accuracy. Ow. Traffic 1. I don't know what this means. We have to do the thing that reduces our threat level or whatever it's called. Reduces alarm state. I don't know. Okay, you're dead. Autopsy records. Subject, Silas Forsberg. Notes, subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. Yeah, that is real weird. So is this guy actually dead, I wonder? I feel like maybe he's not actually dead. Maybe that's someone else? So here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to his psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find his doctor. You in? Give me a minute, bud. I need to save. Also, I took damage. I don't know what this button does. What is this button? I don't have the heal for myself. I want to use a big heal though. Save. I'll just go back in, it's fine. Wait, I'm in alone. I don't want to be in here alone. You go first. What is happening? Right, let's save. I don't understand why this isn't working like the other one worked. Okay, now we're both in. That was weird. Okay, but our alarm level has already been increased. That's fine. This is fine. That's weird. He doesn't have any health damage here. How much health do these guys have? Searching medical records, Silas Forsberg. Medical records file for Silas Forsberg located. Okay. Pediatric record, partial. One partial pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety, most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the aberrant physiology we're seeing, there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seem to have no effect, upping the dosage. Data missing or corrupted. Contractor administrator for health. The file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proven especially effective. but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of the patient, I am assigning another doctor to his case. I will inform him at his next session. Okay, so he was obsessed with his doctor, and that's why he acts like a doctor. Huh. Weird. Where did that take him? We got some bad boys out. That's not the direction I was expecting. Double dodge. Easy kill. Minus 4 AP. That guy ain't gonna be doing shit. Okay. Employment records located. Henry Hollins, Holmes, MD, PhD. Check current employment status. Current employment status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of chief psychiatrist and administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington, UCAS. Previous employers: psychiatrist in residence, Mercy Mental Hospital. Attending physician, Mercy Mental Hospital. 2030 to 2040, private practice. And that's when the data was missing, right? Bingo. It's a bingo. Alright, security is about to go nuts, right? I think we should stick together, so I'm not going to go in there by myself. Can make it all the way there. Put you right next to the exits, and then you're out, and then you're out. We healed. Talk to Johnny and Fry. We're awake. T.B. Gruberman. Okay, I can talk to those two. I kind of want to talk to the doctor real quick, because I have money now that I can spend to implant myself with stuff. Just one glance is all you need to tell that a good doctor is exhausted. Her crumpled scrubs are stained with a mix of blood and other fluids too colorful to be naturally occurring in the human body. Her eyes are those of a person who has built up a substantial sleep debt and has no idea when or how to begin paying it off. I'm not one to talk, but you look like shit. Afraid there isn't much I can do for that. Doc Castle snaps her fingers and calls forth the spirit normally seen perched on her shoulder. It appears from out of the ether, and the doctor immediately seems less fatigued than she was a moment before. Now, what can I do for you? Everything all right, Doc? You're at the Union? Yes, fine. I'm just getting back myself. Days here tend to be slow, so I volunteer at a medical center on the other side of Toursville, and I had a rough shift. Care to talk about it? Hadn't you heard? Doctors don't like to talk about their problems. It makes us appear less godlike, but I'll humor you. I didn't hear all the details. All I really know is what came in on the lips of the victims healthy enough to still speak. Apparently, one of the Baron's gangs incurred the wrath of the local Siolpa rings, leading to a rolling shootout through the city streets. Several bystanders were injured. But the real mess didn't begin until the party crashed into the yard of an old industrial plant out on Union Hill Road. They woke some sort of toxic spirit, which then began running amok, causing easily as much damage as the initial battle. And we were left to pick up the pieces, of course. But enough about my troubles, let's hear about yours. Tell me what ails you. Okay. What can I get implanted? I don't want the cheap stuff. Give me the good stuff. Like, this stuff says basic. I don't need no basic. Wait, essence cost. Current essence 5/5.5. What does that mean? Whenever triggered, you will dodge the first attack against you. Lasts for 3 rounds. Does it cost an AP to use? Okay, body, leg, eyes. Okay, I see. You don't need 6 armor, or 6 HP. 2 armor? I don't know how good that is. See, why would I want 6 HP when you could get 1 body? That adds 10 HP. I don't know what these essence costs are. I mean, you could do both, right? 8 HP and 1 quickness. I mean, I'm down for that. Wait. You can put it on both your legs. Essence after operation. 4,000 bucks. This will give me 16 HP, but plus 2 quickness seems really good. Cyberware causes essence loss. This affects the magic rating of your character, as magic is equal to essence rounded down. Magic is very important for spellcasters. The base number of spell slots available to the caster is equal to half their magic rounded down. Therefore, losing essence can cause spell slots to be permanently lost. In addition, each point of magic lost increases all spell cooldowns by 1. Casting a spell again while it is cooling causes drain damage to the caster. Okay, well, never mind. We're not getting cybernetically implanted. I mean, do we care? We really don't use our spells, but maybe we should be. Maybe another time. Here, I got all that money and I was excited. David looks almost as tired as you do. You can tell that this case has gotten under his skin like it has yours. Any luck in there? We found an exact match for the DNA, but it was linked to a dead chop shop assistant by the name of Silas Forsberg. Now, I have my theories, but what do you think is going on here, Graves? The DNA doesn't belong to the killer. Maybe Silas faked his death. That's a distinct possibility. What was it that we saw in the autopsy report? Face was so mangled that they had to use dental records to identify him. Good catch. That matches up with something I've seen runners try. It's easy enough to find a body shop that'll make a replica set of teeth for you. Find some schlub out off the streets no one will miss, swap the teeth, and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Lucky I've never been that desperate. But why would it need to go to those lengths? Did the police records have something linking him to a different crime? He had a prior for unlicensed plastic surgery. True, wouldn't look too good on someone's record if they wanted to become a doctor. I think this is becoming to come together. The late Silas left all his belongings to a doctor, Dr. Holmes. Employment records have him as the administrator at Mercy Mental. And the picture on his file matches the person you saw downtown. The same person this DNA belongs to. All the evidence points to him being your killer, whoever he really is. I should go find this Dr. Holmes and ask him some very pointed questions. Please pay him my respects. We just gave you 4,000 bucks. I always find that high caliber rounds get the message across. You should clearly hire some friends and go loaded for bear. I side-loaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star Matrix nodes. Here's your cut. You're not coming? I think my part here is done. You might want to go sticking your hand into a hornet's nest, but I'm a little more wary of the jobs I take these days. Okay. How long is this game? This isn't like the end, is it? Who are you? Hey, Mr. Delilah. If you're looking for runners, I'm your guy. Yeah, I got some people to talk to first, I guess. Do I want to buy anything? What do you sell again? Armor. I like our ninja gear. Our ninja gear... I can't even see it because we're wearing it. It gives us +1 dodge. 3 armor, +1 dodge. 3 armor, +1 dodge. That looks sick. Charisma and spirit control. One dodge, 1 movement. That's pretty good. I kind of like this. +1 quickness. Like, do we need the dodge? We could just get more quickness and then add points of dodge. Plus, look at that. Just look at it. Yeah, can I sell you my ninja suit now? No. Why not? Did we sell? Maybe we sold it, I don't know. Sick. All right, let's look at our stats then. So does it tell us when we have something equipped that we're getting a bonus from it? I don't think it does. Yeah, because here it says we have 5 quickness, but it isn't added here, so you can't spend above that either. Increase our guns stuff. I kind of regret getting that 1 point in strength, actually. That seems useless, or was that the default? I have no idea. Necking level 3 is fine. I don't think we need to get any higher because we're literally not using it at all. Like, the combat's very basic. I think we'll just save our points up to... Put our body up to 4. No, we'll save up our points to get range, or quickness up to 5, and then start working on the other things. Because this seems good. Jedi. 20% increased chance to hit for a bunch of rounds. Another good buff. Okay. You sell guns, actually. Do you have any new guns? Despite the hour, Buster is fastidiously putting together another wrinkle-free suit. He shows every indication that he's been up for hours, sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing objects of a sinister matte black, hidden beneath curls of straw-colored packing foam. The foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for Buster's immaculate suit. Just in time, I've got a whole slew of new toys in from a supplier back east. Factory fresh and still smelling of their mother's gun oil. Maybe there's something in this batch that you'd be interested in? long you been in the trade, Buster? Well, let me see here. I left Calfree in July 8th, 2038 at 6:13 in the morning. It was a Thursday. From there, I wandered a bit, plied my skills as a merc in a half-dozen wars, official or otherwise. Never did take to running the shadows like some of the boys I knew. Too subtle for my tastes, I suppose. Surely there was no shortage of full-scale engagement to be had, so I didn't want for work. Might still be doing it today if I hadn't lost my arm. Let me guess, boating accident? Buster lets loose a raucous laugh that seems at odds with his prim exterior. It was all so stupid. Some Azzies were lobbing smokers behind our lines. More to mess with us than anything, I decided to toss one back, and didn't it just figure that the one I grabbed ain't a smoker. I got it off, but only just barely. Shredded my old arm, but good. Got plenty of other scars to remember the moment by as well, but the arm was the big one. So take a word of advice from an old soldier. Make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now, if I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, how about we talk turkey? Can I get you? So we have an AK-47, but we could upgrade to this guy here, or this guy. Slightly more accurate, smaller, but just as deadly. I mean, we want the best. Oh, that gave us we had another slot this whole time. Oh, well then can we just actually get rid of this one? Because I don't want it. We have another gun slot though. I don't know why we want a different gun slot. What would we even put in that slot? A melee weapon? I don't think so. I mean, I guess it would be better than nothing, but I don't think you ever run out of bullets, do you? A baseball bat. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing the baseball bat for sure. Why did it put it in that order? I want this, and then the baseball bat, and then this. Yeah. I don't think we have any more spells that we want, but I guess we can take a look. Algernon looks the same as always, so much so that one may wonder if he ever takes time to eat or sleep. Perhaps his presence on this plane of existence is insubstantial enough that he is subject to such base needs. Or perhaps he just does things when no one else is looking. Dark clouds surround you, my friend, but perhaps there is something I can provide you that would help with whatever weighs so heavily upon you. What's new in the world of magic? The spirits are stirring. Something has upset the natural order. There is something new, different. I've seen some sick shit lately. Might be what you mean. Algernon takes a hard look at you for what may be the first time. But this is the hard look of a magician, whose eyes pierce the veil of reality and burrow through a man's soul. I can see you have met with disturbing visions. But there is something else out there, something not born of life as other spirits are. Shaking his head, Algernon opened his clasped hands to you as if begging for forgiveness. Too often this world leaves us confounded. I pray I have not left you in such a state with my idle musings. What you got? So that requires level 4. But we don't have level 4. We don't care about any of these other spells. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, bud, we're ready. I need to hire crew. What if I choose no one? Also, are these the same choices all of the time? I wonder if we could actually solo. Probably not with the build we have, right? What's Shannon? Oh, you're free. Oh, that's Shannon for sure. Just in case. Amazing. Can we not hire the same guys that we hired last time? Can you only hire them once? Maybe. Burned out mage. Aren't we all, buddy? Cyber Ed Warrior. Knowing defense. El Deuce. Dwarf mage with glasses. Human tech master. Urban shop. Weapon master. 6 quickness. Yeah, you got all kinds of weapons. I'd rather have someone who's specialized at one thing. Samurai swords. Alright, you're in. Bring another shaman. You summon spirits. I don't like that idea. You've got a shotgun. I like that better. Let's go confront Dr. Holmes. Mercy Mental Hospital. The blood you found at the warehouse belongs to a man masquerading as one Dr. Holmes, and you've tracked him to Mercy Mental Hospital, located in the notoriously anti-metahuman farmlands of Snohomish. The drive to the hospital is long and unpleasant. Finally, you reach the walled and gated hospital compound. Despite the pretense of security, the gate is unguarded, unlocked, and open. No one stops or greets you as you drive up to the large, crumbling building. Gothic ramparts top a damaged roof, cracked walls, and broken windows. All around the building is a lawn gone wild. Only the artificial light from within speaks of inhabitants. You walk up the hospital steps to confront Sam Watt's killer and bring an end to the Emerald City Ripper. There's no way this is the end, though, right? Like, I don't think so. Investigate the hospital. We can jack in. Welcome, sir. What business brings you to Mercy Mental Hospital? I'm here to see Holmes, Dr. Holmes. Ah, a new customer. Please wait in the common room up ahead. I'll notify the good doctor. That was easy enough. Please stay within the cafeteria. Lorraine Donnie. Hey guys, have you seen Josie? I don't think so. I know, right? Haven't seen him in days. Dr. Felipe told me not to worry about it. He says I won't worry too much. But who am I supposed to play chess with? Donnie over there can't suss more than match 4. Josie sounds like quite a guy. What's he look like? Well, he's big and he's got a big gold ring. The doctors let him keep it when he got here. Sometimes he lords it over us, but I'm sure if I had a ring like that, I would do the same. He says he won it playing for the Screamers in the Super Brawl Super Brawl years back. I could see Next Brawler becoming a celebrity around here, sure. He's got great stories. They don't let us watch sports in here. Violence and triggers and stuff. But listening to Josie talk about his games, it's almost as if it's almost good as the real thing. Will you at least help me look for him? I have this key I swipe off the day guard, but they keep a close eye on us. You could have a peek in the infirmary and see if there's a record or something. You might just be in a cool-off room, and they won't tell me. Yeah, no sweat. I can do that for you. Really? Really? Great, I wish everyone as nice as you. Not like my mom. Oh, here we go. About the trauma dump on us. Donnie. Hey, Donnie. Hello, stranger. You look new here. Are you new here? I'm looking for Dr. Holmes. Donnie's face blanches. I don't think you really want that. Not really. What's that supposed to mean? Around here, you don't want to attract the attention of the doctor. If you stay quiet, life is much easier. Much easier. Tom Graves, who are you? Name's Donnie. That's my name. Donnie. D-O-N-N-Y. I knew I didn't recognize you. I know everyone in this place. Everybody. Well, everyone on the first 2 floors. Anyone I should look out for, Donnie? No, not on this floor. Only us calm ones are allowed up in the cafeteria. If you're violent, you have to eat in your room. I'm doing a health and safety check for the corporate office. Well, you don't want to talk to me. I don't work here. I'm not crazy enough for that. We get in trouble for jacking into the Matrix? I can't. It won't let me. Okay. We got this key. This guy gonna yell at us? Doesn't seem to care. Stench of blood and mold gets ever stronger. Ugh. Oh, hold on. Do all this stuff first. A severed arm lies next to the zipped body bag. The arm looks human. Ah, there's the ring. It appears neatly severed at the elbow. There's a large golden ring at the index finger. Yoink. Screamers, 24... They killed this guy. Unlabeled triv... Okay. Unlabeled trivid disc. I don't know what that means. The patient information for Josiah C. Dawson is open on the terminal. Okay. Date of birth 2015. Retired. Allergies, none. Medications, alprazolam, rebexetine. Are these real drugs? Post-traumatic stress disorder. Status deceased. Patient had undocumented cyberware in the left arm, as well as multiple pieces of shrapnel in various locations. Complications would likely arise if transplanted to another host. The rest of the body is in excellent condition and can be used to improve other subjects, as well as fulfill some custom requests. Okay, so this guy is taking the body parts from people. So he was a chop. He's literally murdering his patients and then giving them away to others. What I don't understand is why he would take it from those other people. Is he like selling body parts and then taking them back and just double dipping, or like what? Hey, Lorraine. So did you see anything? Josie's dead. Dead, but I just saw him. Do you know what happened? Maybe you should have this. You mean he... Oh, God. Well, thanks for your help. The noise of a scratchy PA system blasts through the room. Attention, Graves, please report to the North Hall to meet with the administrator. Can't go in there. Can I talk to you one more time? He'll be with you in a moment. I feel like we're gonna get trapped in here. Oh shit, is that him? Right there? Does he recognize us? The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. We heard this before. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. As you approach the window, he locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Good day to you. How can I help you? You think he memorizes us? Remembers us? Okay, we immediately go for the accusations. Dr. Holmes, aka Silas Forsberg? How's about we chat? I'm afraid you're confused. Silas Forsberg was a patient here who died tragically in a fire. Cut the act, Knock. I know you killed the real Holmes, and I know you're running around town carving up people for parts. My word, such a violent paranoia. It's a pity. But what should I expect? This is a place for broken things after all, and you are so very broken. Guards? Bro, you missed point blank. Okay. Where do I go? We're not shooting the receptionist, are we? Oh, we're locked in. Oh, here's the key. I see. That is an 11% chance. Let's just go over here. %. Was not expecting much. Okay. Ow. Oh, is that the troll? You have a heal? You do not have a heal. And you... here. Can't shoot that guy through the door, but I'm pretty sure that's the troll, right? Oh, that's just a different guy. The nearby intercom speaker crackles to life. The voice of Dr. Holm begins to blare from it. Attention all personnel, we have a dangerous patient loose inside the facility. Subject is a male elf that may be coordinated with other violent offenders. Use all necessary force. Yeah, whatever, bud. Exit this character. How many characters can we exit from this scene? I want us all to be together. What a weird transition. Halls of Disrepair. As you venture deeper into the asylum, you see that the inside is every bit as bad as the outside. Gone is any attempt to uphold sanitary hospital aesthetics. With peeling paint, cracked floors, and exposed conduit, the pretense of mental care is shattered. In this modern era, Mercy Mental Hospital is a throwback to the barbaric asylums of old, prisons and torture chambers rather than places of healing. It's clear that Dr. Holmes is spending his money on something other than this facility. You can continue on. Holmes can only run so far. Let's go here. Violent patient. Oh! Nice shot. Oh, big crit. Ow! Wait, is this guy gonna shoot us? Yeah, I think we gotta take out the crazy. Intercom begins speaking as soon as you approach. Holmes must be watching from somewhere. You don't understand, do you? This is a place for broken things, but only by further breaking them can they be remade. And so we must break you. I see. Anything in here? Yeah. 2 violent patients. You missed. Sick shot. Bruh. Unstable mental, regular mental. Where did you get a gun from? Can't shoot through that. Put that gun down. There's a dead guy here, or what? What is that symbol, man? Oh, I didn't even see you. Ow. Oh, big shots. Big crit. What? Apocalypse? Wait, this is ours. We have a companion named Apocalypse. Okay. That's crazy. Alright, we all have to gather around and get healed. Escape chance. Oh. I don't know what that means. So you spend AP every round and then he can't escape, I think is what it's saying. Okay. Let's continue. Ex-surgeon. Apparently you can't shoot from there. Okay, because we're constantly using AP though. You're gonna be slower because of that. Oh. What a shot. What a shot. Double crit. Okay, I'm assuming we go in here next, so we should stay here. I don't know if we, the main character, need to be the one that does this stuff or not. Multiple metahumans. Gate key. Perfect. We're allowed to just teleport in. That's even better. From another intercom, Dr. Holm continues. Someone once told me that I was a broken thing, but he also said that I could remake myself. He wanted to break me down so I could put myself back together again. And I did, but only after I broke him. I could remake you as well. What wonderfully twisted thoughts must churn in a mind such as yours, but I'm more inclined to use you for parts. %, escape chance. Ow. I'm a little concerned about what happens if that thing gets out. %8 chance. Ow. You missed. I want you to heal us. Yeah, two of us are most injured. Nice shot. Nice shot. How are you missing? So why is that so loud? Sick crit. Doctor. Not the doctor, just a doctor. Okay, cool. He turned against us. That's not good. That's really, really not good. You need to heal, but you can't. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, you're very injured. I think we just med pack ourselves. Ow! He shot me point blank. Nice. The Trivid player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Okay. Got some cut-out chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would be at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was installed, all of their psychotic break triggers were blocked. Ms. Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. I was walking to the organ grinders downtown, and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with a PersonaFix chip installed, and making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some SimSense re-release of a Mercurial live show, but it gave me an idea. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of patience, I'm perfectly set up to be a Bunraku fixer. If I can find a supplier for PersonaFix chips, I can sell full-service Bunraku. Even program the behavior trees. Found a buyer for the first Bunraku. A man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 for the female troll I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I'll accommodate special orders. These morons' lives are already over anyway. The least they could do is line my pockets. I see. I don't know why we stay... Well, is there more? No. I don't know why we stay in combat mode this whole time. The Emerald City Ripper. Before you is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body's fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines, enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair. Just as his face reveals an ugly soul, so does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper. The elf is a monster beyond compare. It's time to end this. The real question is, do we have time tonight to do this? How long do you think this section is? Because this is about the time we're about done. This is about the time where I'd be like, well, it's time to pack up and get done for the day because, you know. Save. Yeah, I think I don't know how much time is left, so I think we have to leave it for another time. Let's level up. We have points to spend. I said I was gonna level up quickness, and then we'll just increase you. Why can't I do that? Ranged combat is a prerequisite to all. Oh, I see. So we have to spend 5 points here, and then we can spend more there. Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, maybe there's only like 20 minutes left. I have no idea, but I know I don't have time for 20 minutes, so I think that's where we gotta end.